La Crapator. Um, take, take, take 30, 37. Twisted Secrets revealed location. This time I'm changing up what the streaming quality is to 7. Very fuck. Next 4 exits. I'm gonna be drudging through this cabin of, fuckitudes, and I'm tired. It is currently 10:56, and I decide I'm gonna play this game, and I see, well, I fucking explore the game a little, and then I find this shit, this garbage. Oh, fucking butter churn. And I decided instead of looking everything up, I'm gonna figure it out on my own. It's a great idea. Oh, wait. No, these are just the figures. I'm wondering if I can pick them up and look at their feet and see if they got any. Everything in here is god awful. So we're gonna have to go look for and I'm pretty sure you put your tube sock on the door handle. But in here we might be able to find. Okay, no furry friends and purple bows here. Tiffany Cox and Kenny Rydell. Ooh, Kenny Rydell, you look like a fucking... What do you look like? You look like a piece of clay. Spring Break 1984 clothing pack DLC introduced skimpy swimsuits and new challenge for the art team at Ilphonic. Fuck you. In an interview, art director Cole Gray stated, "We hadn't built the system originally for the customization of swimsuits. We've had to overhaul the characters, how the characters function. Fundamentally, it has to do with a much larger scope of work that involves a gore system." Ooh, gore system. Skimpy bikinis and shit. Swimsuits. Gore function and swimsuits. No. Don't make me go back, please. Fucking god. So, it has to do with much. I need to finish this in about 30 seconds, otherwise the stream's gonna cut down. It has to do with a much larger scope of work that involves a gore system. So now we have to have a bunch of new clothes that work with the way our characters pop. Our characters are essentially crash test dummies. They have to break apart at certain locations. It was a bit of a challenge. Now I highly doubt any of that is the truth. It's supposed to be 1987, and none of the pictures in here look very 1987. Not very cash money of you. Cured meat and famous counselor. Oh fuck. I just noticed the underlines are giving you a clue. I got a raging clue right about now. Fuck you. Fuck all of you. 13th, the game features a wide range of voiceover talent. The counselor, Deborah Kim, is voiced by veteran Christina V. Who has helped voice many popular animated and film projects, like The Moans of the Hentai, The Big Apple, From a Watery Start to a Toxic End. Jason spent Friday the 13th, part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan, covered in goo. According to Kane Hodder, they put slime on him in every single shot. He was wet the entire movie. I know a couple times I've been wet during an entire movie. Early during, I could listen to the voiceovers. They might give clues, but I feel like they'll be 5 minutes longer than I want to be here. But who knows? Ooh, keys that are not really keys, because they don't do anything. They're just... Okay, automobiles of the films. From the Jeeps in the original... Sorry, I read Jeeps and it's not capitalized, so I almost thought Jeepers Creepers. Because Jeep is a proper noun, so I don't... Is it a proper noun? Is it really? Fuck you. In the original movie to Megan's Hot Rod in part fucking... I don't want to think about the Roman numerals. I'm just gonna say, fuck you. There have been many memorable automobiles in the films. In Part 5, Ethel's wild son, Junior, crazily rides a motorcycle before being decapitated with a meat cleaver. I've watched I must have fallen asleep during the fucking complete middle of the films because I don't remember fucking anything. Nothing made sense. Like, there was this shit that fuck all. Meat Cleaver. Without much of a budget, the director had the actor playing Judge Jr., Ron Sloan, do the stunt himself. It required Sloan to ride a motorcycle recklessly through the forest with a $50,000 camera mounted to the handlebars. Ooh, yeah. Let's listen to this voiceover.
What was the creepiest part about working on the game?
Oh, for sure, the phone calls.
Okay, sorry. That was great. Can you start over, but this time incorporate the question into your answer?
My bad, yeah. So the creepiest part about working on this game was I get these weird phone calls to my personal phone. We worked on the game for almost, I think it was about 3 years. And claimed to be Pamela warning us to honor the memory of her son. Sometimes they would just laugh into the phone and hang up, but most of the times they would just, complain about the game taking so long.
That doesn't sound that creepy.
It wasn't until one time I called the number back and heard this.
Anyone can do it. If I can do it, I don't know if my skill is a good comparison, because if I can do something, I can... You probably can't. I mean... Ooh, I found a barrel. Barrel, fuck you. I'm surprised the stream hasn't cut off, if it hasn't. It hasn't cut off yet. What the fuck? Oh, that's a miracle. That's a miracle. So this is a Star Wars Episode 4 fucking ripoff, I'm guessing. Because you can't use licensed content without getting your tittles fucking yanked. Novel by Eddie McCarlo. Starlicon, A New Beginning, 3rd edition. Jeff Bennett played the lovable nerd writer Eddie McCarlo, who runs a sci-fi premise by Tina. 30 fucking shit. Into the future, the entire galaxy is populated by highly evolved protozoa. Okay, only one human being and his woman still who is woman? His woman is his sister, though, but I guess anywhere is Alabama if Alabama had no state lines. So, I need to go find a fucking purple bow tie bitch. Ooh, VHS. A VHS of Camp Blood, which is the nickname for Camp Crystal Cunt. Lake. Another 24 hours of nightmares and terrors. A long night at Camp Blood, Part 2. Oh, I didn't see the Part 2 because I'm legally blind. And then the graphics suck on this TV because it's not a 40kW, which is fucking 40,000 watts. 40,000 fuck yous. Long Night at Camp Blood Part 2. The screenplay for the original Friday the 13th was initially titled A Long Night at Camp Blood. Director Sean S. Cunningham, however, had always wanted the name of the movie to be Friday the 13th. Even before he had a finished script, Cunningham took an advertisement out in a trade publication to stake his claim, and claims of the fuck you. Popular idiom. The new title was successful, although you can still... Wet. It's not... No, that's not the word. Wet is not it. I can't remember the last time I ate some real food. Even before... No. The new title is successful, although you can still see references to Camp Blood sprinkled throughout the series. Yeah, probably because it's the nickname of the fucking camp. Ooh, some sirens. I wonder who fucking got meleeed with a goddamn lightning bolt. Newton Super Flea Market. fucking can't read any of that. The original draft of Rob Haddon script had some ambitious plans, including a boxing match in Madison Square Garden. Oh my god. If there was a fucking boxing match, fucking, can you pronounce words? If there was a boxing match that, I should probably finish reading this before I start speaking my fucking swine mouth. Seeing it, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Luckily I put as the description, coincidentally I put meat as the description instead of the fuck off that default to. And no, I'm not just saying fuck off because I want to. That's literally what I put. The budget, however, quickly became an issue. Ultimately, much of the movie was filmed on a ship named the SS Princess Patricia in Vancouver, leading to many in the cast and crew to dub the movie Jason Takes Vancouver. I'm guessing that's like in the beginning of the movie where they're on like a senior cruise, and was it really a cruise ship or was it a fucking fuck all? SS Lazarus, the premier ocean liner, call for a chance to win a free cruise. Okay, I guess I was right. Take a voyage on a boat that cruises from freshwater lakes to the Atlantic Ocean. Great option for safe and wholesome graduate parties. Animal friendly. Features a relaxing sauna, on-board boxing ring, and state-of-the-art disco room with underage sex and sorry, teen sex. There's a difference. There is a purple now, he looks like the Energizer Bunny, which I'm pretty sure. Hold on. The Energizer Bunny's licensed content, I bet. Am I still streaming? I am still on the air. I'm still on the air. Basically, I'm guessing it's got to do with something with that purple little buddy right there, which can be taken the wrong way. Along with that, fucking licensed characters, man. So it looks like the Energizer Bunny mixed with Pooh Bear from Christopher Robin gets tag teamed by a bunch of make-believe animals. Tag teamed? No, sorry, I mean gang-banged. Limited edition number 9. SSL. Saturday sucks long ones. So it's like the Energizer Bunny mixed with Pooh Bear, and he's got a little purple buddy on his lap, but that does not have a bow. There's did I read purple on accident? I got a really wet mouth all of a sudden, because this game makes me hungry. Okay, did it say purple? Furry friend with a purple bow. Okay. So I was thinking it was a purple friend with a furry bow, if you know what I mean. By bow, furry bow, I mean like furry handcuffs that will usually be purple. If you think about it, they're commonly purple. I see a bow on that bear. It's a white or a cream bow. Let's read this pamphlet. Jean-Paul Sartre. Fucking French. I think it's French. Fuck all. They said Vancouver, so. Sartre, no exit. And 3 other plays. Dirty Hands, The Flies, and The Respectful Prostitute. The Respectful Prostitute. So she doesn't spit on your cock before giving you a wheelie job. In one scene in part one scene in part 5, but after 5. Wait. Part 6. A group of campers are shown to be sleeping in a cabin. Ooh, sleeping in a 712 number 1. The camera pans over a little girl who has fallen asleep reading Jean-Paul Sartre's novel No Exit. Okay, so I thought the whole thing was in French, but apparently it's just a French fucker who's Canadian and not French at all. Maybe he is French, but the English title makes me think he's Canadian. The novel is about three people spending eternity together in a small room and ends with the revelations. Hell is other people. Quite an odd book for a child to be reading. Now, when I was a child, I would read the Playboys in the restroom, and that's a pretty bold statement because I'm still a child. I'm only a 17-year-old boy. I could look at all these murder weapons, but my favorite murder weapon, that's the jet. Just fucking haven't seen the movies in a while, and I don't remember shit. Don't shit. I must have fallen asleep midway through a bit of what the movies happened after the second one. Even the second one might have been a blur. Every movie's a fucking blur, but I might have actually been awake or conscious during that time. My favorite murder weapon, I think, is the butter churn. If the butter churn was a weapon, I think it might have been. The butter churn is the best. I think he impaled him with a butter churn. I'm guessing this is Ethiopian, something from the Eastern world, because I don't know shit about culture other than America's got none. If you got a problem with that, fuck you. Corey Feldman was slated to I gotta piss. Corey, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and luckily while I was gone, and say, hey, you know what? Fuck you. Let's end your stream immediately. And by somebody, I mean the plastic. Sorry. The copper and can you make wires out of plastic? I bet you can. Corey Feldman was slated to reprise his role of Tommy Jarvis in this film. Who the fuck is Tommy Jarvis? I haven't fucking played the actual game yet. I played one with bots, and I spent the good part of maybe 10 minutes looking for that final... hungry. Looking for that final, abhorrent female. Unfortunately, being cast in 2 Spielberg movies led to scheduling conflicts. 2 Spielberg movies. Now, it's not fucking 80-something anymore, so I don't know what constitutes a Spielberg movie, other than E.T. fingering a minor. Wait, E.T. doesn't play guitar. Fucking hell. Last scheduling conflict. A compromise was reached in which the child actor would appear, but only... Wait, hold on. Is Tommy Jarvis a child? Fucking must be a child. Child actor would appear, but only in the opening sequence. Director Danny Steinman arranged for the crew to set up in Feldman's backyard. They put up extra bushes, had a rain machine, and wrapped the shoot in 2 hours. I want a fucking rain machine to rain on my parade. Now, the cool thing about, now, I'm not at liberty... Ooh, okay. So, apparently... Wait. Apparently fucking nothing. And Dr. Dre said, nothing, idiot. Dr. Dre's dead and he's locked in my basement. So you go in this bathroom right here. Oh, wait. That doesn't open. You go in this bathroom right here, and then you get some, action. Now, the good thing is you don't have to look at her face. You, look at her face, obviously. So you get some... I'm not at liberty to, talk about sexual shit, because I'm still a minor. So, but, you know, fuck this... Fuck it, you know. I didn't read the trash can description yet. Waste of budget. This game must have been a waste of budget, because I hear it's terrible. Julius and Jason's boxing match in Friday the 13th. I already fucking read this, didn't I? Maybe was scripted to take place in Madison Square Garden, but for budgetary... Is it like the John Cena, like Fred appearing in, like Fred appearing in like a John Cena shit? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like what they were budgeting was like a televised event where somebody fought a Jason, but it was going to be like a Jason that was not really an actor. He was a professional fucking big man. Budgetary reasons ended up taking place on a roof in oh wait, no, it must have been part of the movie. I think I'm over speculating. The boxing scene, however, was not lacking for effort. Actor Vincent Craig Dupree, who played Julius, was really punching Kane Hodder with his all his might. When it was Jason's turn, he punched it. Okay, so I was gonna say a scenario. I mean, I must have known it, because if Jason gets in a fight with, well, if a fucking serial killer who happens to be undead and has the strength of a fucking 100 horses, if they punch you in the head, your head's fucking coming off. Plain and simple. Sending it flying into a dumpster. Okay, I remember that. I think, Jason Takes Manhattan was the only movie I was actually fucking awake for. And that ugly fucking bitch. I don't know. He just looks like a pedophile. And I would say the same... I'm not gonna read those. The Birdcage. A collection of masks that Jason wore from Friday the 13th series. I remember the Blue Stripes. That is new to me. Well, I don't remember anything. Am I VHS player? Now, you can't interact with any of the objects in here. Well, you can pick them up and you can look at them. But no items in here have any interaction whatsoever. I kind of just want to fall asleep in this thing. The iconic stinger in part 1 where boys Jason springs from the lake. Oh wait, that's why you don't fall asleep in this thing. This is a fucking... Oh, there's a little boy in the lake and he's gonna take your virginity. Wait, hold on. It's 1980 something, and all the teens are losing their virgin. Wait, fucking hell. Fuck off. The kite. Okay, I'm gonna read this thing slowly while carrying a big stick. Softly. Big stick. That's where the term big stick diplomats come from. Is President Edgar J. Hoover. The iconic stinger in part 1, where boy Jason springs from the lake, helped spawn a franchise. According to special effects legend Tom Savini, the fuck off. Origin of the scene started as a conversation he had with director Sean Cunningham. Savini had just seen Carrie. I've never seen the original Carrie. Neither have I seen the remake with Chloe Marie Canada, and had been impressed with the stinger at the end. He suggested that once the killer had died and the audience was relaxed, boy Jason should jump out of the lake and attack Alice. Cunningham agreed, and legend was born. Yes, a child can become a big, burly, gruesome man. Burly? He doesn't grow hair. Well, the hillbilly one does, where he's got an ugly face, and I think it's the first unmasking. He's got like a hillbilly face. Sorry, when I say hillbilly face, I mean incestual monster. You see, the story of the Cyclopses. So if you've seen that movie, Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay. They're like in Alabama, I think, and they're at some like brother and sisters, incestual home, and they go into the basement, and their fucking child is in there, and it's a Cyclops. I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, it might be terrible. I haven't seen it in about 3. Ooh, sorry about that, ma'am. I haven't seen that movie in like 2 or 3 years, so I can remember it vaguely, whether it was good or bad. I think it's a good shit flick. Yeah, it's a good shit flick. But they're in the basement, and give me a sec. Okay, well, at least it's going for the record as a video. My first video on the YouTube with actual fucking commentary. So they go into the basement. The incestual couple has a child in there, and he's a Cyclops. So essentially, I think this goes back to Gaia and was it Oranos? Whatever. They're like brother and sister. Well, mother and son. And they fuck and they make the Cyclopses. Oh yeah. They fuck? No. They touch grass blades. No. Gaia touches her grass blade into the vast openness of space. Okay. Yep, that's how it works. The vast openness of space. My scalp itches, and after I scratch it for long enough, it'll start to make my fingernails red. Okay, so we need to solve this first clue. Hardy's Trail. We already read this. Wait, what is on that wall? Is that a poster? I can't read it, obviously, because you can't move the camera in there. But now I'm aroused. So we need to find. This game has been out for how long? 2 years? A year? And that door is still closed. Well, I wouldn't know if it's been still closed, but it must have been closed for a while because this game has been in develop for a while. Camp Blood. No two Friday the 13th have filmed Crystal Lake at the same lake. Yeah, that explains why they all look like different fucking movies. Or different locations. I'm guessing Crystal Lake is like a lake, not a pond, so it's actually going to be pretty big. And it can span over plenty of locales or locations or whatever the proper shit terminology is. Like other movies in the series, Part 2 had a difficult time receiving an R rating from the Motion Picture Association America. An X rating was only avoided once 48 seconds had been trimmed. One scene that raised the ire of censors particularly was the murder scene of Jeff and Sandra impaled by a spear while having sex in a bed. Ooh. Sex in a bed, isn't that like a cocktail? No, that's sex on the beach. So, what's under here? Nothing's under here, because you can't interact with anything, dumbass. What's on the back of the... No, it's just some numbers and some letters. Does this guy have a bow? One differentiating element of Part 6 is that it is the only movie in the series to feature children at the camp. The decision was a purposeful choice of the part of director Tom McLaughlin, I know how to pronounce it, to raise the stakes and set the audience at edge. Oh no, the kids are gonna die! Kids always fucking die, fuck. I don't want to go look at his face. I don't want to see Chad's face, but maybe I need to. That's a nice looking beer. Okay, I don't have to see their faces, thank God. Bugsy Wilson and Chad Kensington. Who the fuck names their kid Bugsy needs to get a Bugs Bunny cartoon out of their childhood? Since the inception of the project, the developers knew that the Friday the 13th experience had to be multiplayer to capture the... It didn't have to be multiplayer. You could... I guess I haven't tried the challenges yet, but I'm gonna guess those are a take at a cinematic approach. Um, I wouldn't fucking know because I haven't tried them. But it didn't have to be player. It could have been like a game with a shit story. Um, I don't know if it would be shit because I haven't watched Friday the 13th in about a year or so on Hulu. Uh, Obviously, I'm not sponsored because I can go fuck myself. Why do people mention, oh, like I mentioned this company, but no, I'm not sponsored. Fuck you. Um, the magic of the movie. Player experience is what got us the license, said co-creator Ronnie Hobbs. Sean S. Cunningham, I want to cut some ham, saw our game, saw that it was multiplayer, and it could essentially play out like a... No, it fucking can. There's no dialogue, obviously. They had been wanting to make a Friday the 13th game for a long time, too, but all they were ever pitched was a single player... Because, what, you can't take a good fucking narrative game, you twats? Stately Prince Manor. I didn't... Okay, my mic's not muted. And pardon the terrible quality if it is terrible, which it is terrible. Handle with care. I'll handle you with care. So, what does that say? Now, like, it would be because my eyes are terrible, but in reality, fuck you. Unger Report. John Shepard played the shell-shocked Tommy Jarvis in the fifth film, A New Beginning. Tommy, psychologically damaged by his run-in with Jason in the final chapter, is sent to a treatment facility called Pinehurst Halfway Home. Shepard took the role seriously, spending a few months volunteering at a state mental hospital to prepare. So, I watched a patient voluntarily spear shit on the wall. And now I don't remember what the movie's about. Do I have to inspect every single... Ooh, a Swiss Army knife? That actually isn't Swiss Army knife, because that's licensed. The MPAA Ratings Board, Motion Picture Association of America. Do they mean like America, or like North America, or fuck you? And the Friday the 13th franchise has long had a cat and mouse relationship. Director John Carl Blanclair... Blacklear. I'm actually suffering. I think the title was justified. Has publicly vented his frustration with the amount of footage that had to be cut to attain an R rating. Dude, having an X-rated film is like having an X-rated film. Because that triple X, that's like a pornographic... I mean, it's literally just pornographic. That's what it stands for. Or triple distilled. Dude, a triple distilled horror movie. Oh, it's porn. It's got gore to the... That's... I'm a little too interested in porn. My bad. And the pornographic nature of